The schoolyard was abuzz with the sounds of children playing and chatting. Among them was Alex, a boy whose disheveled clothes and untidy hair set him apart. His classmates often whispered and laughed behind his back, and the teasing was relentless. Even some teachers seemed indifferent to his struggles. One day, during a particularly harsh classroom discussion about homework and appearance, Mrs. Thompson, a teacher known for her strict demeanor, glanced at Alex's messy clothes and incomplete homework. With a sigh of frustration, she asked, "Alex, why doesn't your mother make sure you're presentable and prepared for class?" Alex's face turned crimson. He stared down at his desk, fidgeting nervously. "My mother passed away a long time ago," he muttered, barely audible. The room fell silent as the weight of his words sank in. Mrs. Thompson's heart sank as she processed Alex's revelation. The harshness in her eyes melted into empathy. She gestured for Alex to stay behind after class. Once the classroom was empty, she approached him, her eyes brimming with tears. "Alex," she said softly, her voice trembling, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know. You shouldn't have to go through this alone." She wrapped him in a warm, heartfelt hug. "From now on, consider me your mother." Alex was taken aback, his eyes wide with surprise. Slowly, he began to believe in the sincerity of her words. Over the following months, Mrs. Thompson became more than just a teacher. She became a guiding force in his life. Years passed, and Alex's hard work transformed him into one of the top students in school. His appearance improved, and his academic achievements soared. After high school, he pursued medicine with a deep sense of purpose, driven by the support Mrs. Thompson had given him. Now, standing in his graduation gown, Alex looked out over the audience. His gaze settled on a familiar face in the crowd, Mrs. Thompson, now frail and older, but still beaming with pride. They shared a meaningful glance, acknowledging the journey they had traveled together. Alex had grown into a compassionate, skilled surgeon, and his success was a tribute to the kindness and encouragement he had received. Years later, Alex worked as a renowned surgeon. One day, while reviewing patients scheduled for surgery, he noticed an elderly woman named Eleanor Thompson. The name tugged at his memory. As he looked closer, he realized that this was Mrs. Thompson, the teacher who had become like a mother to him. Eleanor's insurance didn't cover the full cost of the surgery she needed. Without hesitation, Alex made arrangements to cover the expense himself. On the day of the surgery, he prepared meticulously, knowing how much Mrs. Thompson had meant to him. In the operating room, Alex worked with a focused determination. After the surgery, he visited Eleanor in her recovery room. She looked up, her eyes widening in recognition and joy. "You took such good care of me, Alex," she said, tears of gratitude streaming down her face. Alex smiled warmly, holding her hand. "It was my honor, Mrs. Thompson. You gave me everything I needed when I was lost. This is just a small way to repay your kindness." Their shared smile spoke volumes, a testament to the enduring bond forged through compassion and love.